It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day to win a tournament. I'm gonna start cards in the air in about 30 minutes real time, and 8 left, and it's gonna be tough. This is what we came here for. This is why we came to Vegas, is to try to bink something, and pretty excited because we're like so close. Thank you to everybody who has watched this series of videos. If you haven't already, check it out. We captured day 1 and day 2 of our journey. Now we're here. Watch those videos first, then come here. But we made it to the final table, final 8. For those who don't know, big thank you to everyone who's watched. Big shout out to Carl, who's edited so many hands in these past video series. But with the luck box on the chest, ready to maybe try to just continue luck boxing. Who knows? Pretty nervous. We make a lot of money when we fold. We're 4th in chips right now, 8 players left, and 7th pays $10,000 more than 8th. So, and then 6th pays like 15 more, so on and so forth, incrementally going up. So, I don't know, there's some tough players. We're gonna have to navigate some spots and figure it out. So wish us some luck, try to play as solid as we can, try to navigate some spots, and it should be a very fun vlog. I'm excited. Let's get cards in the air. Hey everyone, quick announcement before we get into the actual hand and the final hand of this tournament video. I'm so excited to announce the partnership with pokercoaching.com because I've been able to take full advantage of their resources and website, and it's a big reason as to how I've learned so much about tournament poker, and also a really big reason as to how I won this tournament that you guys are about to see. So a big thank you to them for allowing me to give you guys the opportunity. They're giving away 5 full days of free access to their pass. That includes a bunch of pre-flop charts, a bunch of ranges that you should play, a bunch of different videos and courses to learn about poker theory and everything about cash games and tournaments. And on top of that, the best part, it's all free for 5 straight days. All you have to do is click the link in the description below. No credit card required, just sign in. Just give them your email and you get access to absolutely everything onto their site. And like I said, I wouldn't have won this tournament and I wouldn't have learned as much as I have about poker tournaments without their site. All of the information is incredibly helpful, and big thank you to Jonathan Little, Matt Affleck, and a bunch of these coaches I've learned so much from. So it's super exciting to announce it. So a big thank you to pokercoaching.com for giving you guys the opportunity to just be able to browse the site for free and no payment required. I think that's the best part. So 10 out of 10 recommend. Click the link in the description below, and this offer does not last forever. It's only available for 5 days. So click that link, and hopefully I'll see you guys at a final table coming soon. With 6.6 million in chips to start the day, there's 8 left, and in level 31, blinds are 100, 200, 200. We pick up ace queen offsuit, 3rd hand dealt of the day. I open things up to 400,000, and we get the big blind to defend. We're off to a flop of 996 rainbow. He checks to me, and here on this paired board, certainly can go either way with a small bet or a check. And here I decided to just be a little more conservative with ace queen high. I think I'm good here a lot of the time and don't want to face a check raise. I just check back. Turn comes a deuce, and he checks again for a second time. Pretty much going to continue with checking with the line I took on the flop. I check this one back. River comes another deuce. So ace high seems like the nuts here. He checks in. I don't really see much merit into checking now as played. So easy check back. He shows us jack 5 of clubs. And with ace high, it's always nice to take down the first pot we play in today. Ready to battle. The next spot we raise, we have ace 3 of diamonds in the cutoff. It folds to me. I open things up and take down the blinds as all fold. At this stage of the game, taking down blinds is just as significant as winning any pots. It's always just nice to chip up as other players chip down. In this clip, it's exciting as we finally have our first all-in of the session, and there are 8 people left. It's ace-queen offsuit versus 10-9 of diamonds. Ace-queen offsuit is at risk, so we're rooting for a good-looking flop for 10-9, and the flop comes a 10. It holds, and just like that, we are down to 7 players left, the first knockout of the day. Shortly after that knockout, picking up pocket kings and +1, what a dream scenario. I raise it up to 400,000, and the player to my left next to act, Ilias, who is a tournament crusher, he 3-bets us to 1 million. It folds to me, and there is certainly a lot of merit to just flat calling here in this spot, considering that stack sizes are fairly short, and he can be 3-betting light a lot of the time. But we do have a really great hand, and honestly, 4-betting here, and if he folds, I'm happy to take down the 1 million and add an extra 15% more to my stack is certainly not a bad result either. Also, there is some metagame and leveling going on where he can think that I might 4-bet light because there is one very short stack here, and with pay jumps being significant, there's a lot of merit to just try to take down and steal this 3-bet from him. Anyways, I sized to 2.7 million, putting in that 4 bets, and he goes into the tank for a while. With this sizing, it's pretty much forcing him and handcuffing his options to 5-bet jam or fold, as calling doesn't make too much sense as we have such little chips behind compared to how big the pot would be. And ultimately, he ends up folding. So like I said, not one of those things that we care much about. With kings, I'm happy to get it in, obviously, but I'm not too upset with a fold either, as we take down and add on another million to our chip stack. Next, we've got queen 10 offsuit versus king 5 of diamonds all in. King 5 of diamonds at risk. And here we see queen 10 is going to win. All of a sudden, we've started the day with 8 and we're down to 6 left, and we've already locked up 55,000, and now we're just going to steamroll on. The following spot gets a little dicey now with ace 3 offsuit in the big blind. We're still in level 31. The player on my left under the gun opens it up to 400. The button makes the call, small blind makes the call, and considering it's only 200,000 for me to call, ace 3 is marginal, but certainly getting the right odds to see a flop, I make the call as well. We're going to a flop multi-way with a lot in the middle to play for. The flop comes queen 8-6 rainbow. With city for us, so I check, and surprisingly, action checks all the way around. The turn is now the ace of spades, so we've improved to top pair, although it is a weak one. I'm going to check in flow once again, and Ilias to my left, under the gun player, bets out 850,000. Considering the size of the pot, it's less than half pot, but it is a chunky amount at this late stage of the tournament. Winning every single hand and playing every single hand as best as I can is crucial, and when action folds around to me, look, we've got top pair. We're definitely not in the most comfortable spot in the world, but it seems like a mandatory call when we see this magical turn. So I'm in there. I put in the 850 in chips, and we're going to see a river, which comes the 10 of diamonds. This board just got a lot more connected, and I think about it for a while, debate my options between going for a small bet here and leading out, or letting him check and see what happens. I decided to just check this one, praying he doesn't fire huge, because that would really put us in a horrible spot. But luckily, he does end up checking it back. I show top pair, and just like that, we win and scoop up more chips our way. We're really chipping up here and winning pots this late into the tournament, and that's going to be huge. We're on the button, action folds to me playing 6-handed, and we pick up ace 8 of clubs shortly after that last hand. I open it up to 400, and now Ilias in the small blind jams for 3 million. Big blind folds and onto me. Not the most amazing spot to be in, but it is a 15 big blind shove, and considering we're 6-handed, we have to be in here. This is just going to be a call, and we're up against ace 6 offsuit. Massive favorite to win, massive favorite to hold, and if we knock him out, then we're 5-handed now. We're off to a run out.
Deuce.
The run out is clean. We ship this one our way. All of a sudden, we are 5-handed with 5 left in the tournament. We've locked up 72,000. These page ups keep getting bigger and bigger. Blinds have moved up now in level 32. Blinds are 125, 250, 250, and we're in the small blind with our premium pocket fours, baby. The action folds to the button, who is one of the more solid players here at this table. He opens it up to 500. I decide to put in the 3-bet here. We're playing short-handed, and we have very big stacks. I apply some pressure and 3-bet to 1.5 million. Big blind gets out of the way, doesn't want that smoke, but the button's ready to battle it out. He makes the call for another million, and all of a sudden, we have over 3 million in the middle already. The flop comes 5-3-3 rainbow. This is one of the most ideal boards I could ask for with pocket fours, so I continue with a bet of 900. He decides for 900, it's going to be a good price and calls, so oh boy. About 5 million in the middle, really huge spot here for the tournament. The turn comes the deuce of diamonds. I think I can go either way with a check or bet. I like a check more often here in this spot as he might have some overpairs that we're dominated by, and I don't want to continually make this pot bigger when I think it's already big enough with a marginal hand. I check, and he decides to check this one back, so feeling a lot better about my hand. And when the river comes a board pairing deuce, now I think for a long time. Given his check back on the turn, it seems like he could have a lot of ace-x holdings that may have some showdown, and with a double paired board, a thin value bet here just might do the trick to either get ace high to call, or on the flip side, we value on ourselves against some 5x holding or even higher pocket pairs. Ultimately, I decided to not take that risk. I check, and he quickly checks this one back. We show our hand, and we win against ace queen. So we win that flip there, and it's always nice to scoop a really big pot. We're chipping up big time with over 17 million in stack now. The next dicey spot we get involved in, Jack 10 offsuit in the big blind. We're still playing 5-handed. There are 2 players who limp to me, and with Jack 10 offsuit, I'm happy to see a flop for free, essentially. So I check it, and the flop comes Jack 10 6, 2 spades. Oh God. Top 2 pair, small blind checks to me. I decided to check this one to the cutoff limper, and he decides to check this one back. The turn comes a 7. Not really a card that I think changes the board too much. We still have top 2 pair, and when the small blind bets out 700,000, with top 2, I'm going to control the size of the pot and not raise just yet. I make the call, and that entices the cutoff to call as well. The river comes an inconsequential deuce, and now the small blind starts with a check. With top 2 pair, definitely going to go for some value, and I decided to size small compared to the size of the pot. I want to get worse hands to call. We do block a lot of the value hands, as most players will just have missed flush draws or straight draws here. I bet out 800,000. The cutoff doesn't take too long before ripping his entire stack in there. It's 2.5 million. Small blind folds. We have a chance to take this 4-handed. I snap this one off, and he shows us 8-9 of spades. Wow. Monster flop for his hand with the straight and flush draw. He got there in a very disguised fashion on the turn, and we double this player up. Still playing 5-handed, and now the chip stacks are just a little bit more leveled out. We're moving on to level 33, and we start off this level with a player at risk. King 10 of clubs versus ace 10. King 10 is at risk, so once again, we are at a very likely chance of moving down to 4 players, and ace 10 does win, and all of a sudden, we have almost $100,000 locked up, 94K in the bank. With only 4 players left and a massive chip stack, we are looking pretty good, trying to continue running this up. And running it up we do. We pick up aces in the big blind, 4-handed. What a dream spot to be in. And even better, there's a cutoff open to 625,000. Here, we're out of position. We're gonna put in a raise, and I decided to size to 1.8 million. For that price, 1.2 milli more, he decides to make the call with about 6 million behind, so plenty to play for here in this spot. We see a flop of 10-9-3, 2 spades. This might hit him a lot more than me. I'm really confused about how to play 4-handed, but with aces, this seems like an easy bet. I bet out 1.4 million. He folds rather quickly, but hey, we just chip up and take down an extra 2 million and add it onto our stack. No complaints here with aces. From one premium to another we go. Pocket queens in the cutoff. Oh my God, we're just destined to win this thing, right? I raise it up to 600,000 and we get the big blind to defend. Going to a flop of Jack 9-9. He checks to me, and this is definitely a flop where I can definitely bet a lot of the time, but considering the dynamics and against this specific player, I decided to check this one because on previous hands that you may or may not have seen, played a lot of paired boards. I c-bet a lot against him, wanted to trap and mix in some stronger hands when we check. Anyways, we're off to a turn which comes the 7 of clubs, brings in the backdoor flush draw, and he elects to start off with a bet of 600,000. Did our check here induce a bluff? Does he somehow actually have a value hand like Jack X or 9X? It's unsure what could be going on, but obviously with pocket queens and our overpair, we're gonna be in there and I make the call. The river comes a blank 5 of hearts. He decides to bet once again for 1.3 million, and I think that this is just standard and easy call for us. Raising doesn't make a lot of sense as we don't really get much worse hands to call, and folding is just not going to be a question. I call, and he shows us the king 10 of spades for king high. Did flop the gutter. How sick would it have been if we saw a queen on the river? But we scooped this one, picking up chips once again, and we are chipping up in a huge, huge way when it matters the most. We're on break 1. Sights and sounds of Vegas all over the place. Update, we have 50% of the chips in play. There's 4 left. Just got one job to do. You already know what it is. That's all I can say. Just gonna stay focused, decompress for the next 10 minutes or so, get back in there. We're playing a lot of hands, so not covering all the hands that we play, obviously. 4-handed, 3-handed, heads up. It's gonna be hard to vlog, but I'll try my best. Yeah, I'll try my best in terms of vlogging, but it's gonna go really fast, and I'll try my best. That's really all I got. After the break, we are up to level 33. Blinds are 200, 400, 400, and we're on the button with ace 7 offsuit. The cutoff first to act opens about 70% of his stack. It's about 5 million in total that he is going to be all in there with. And look, ace 7 offsuit, it's an ace. We're playing 4-handed, and his jam is give or take 12, 13 big blinds. As the massive table chip lead, I'm going to be here doing the dirty work. I'm in there. I rip it all in. The blinds wisely get out of the way and fold. This cutoff player ends up making the call for his tournament life. Let's win this one, and there will be final 3. We're up against ace 3 of spades, another dream scenario where we have a dominating ace. The flop looks good with a 7, and just like that, we seal the deal. We went from 4-handed to 3-handed left, and I have more than half of the chips in play as a massive favorite to win this tournament. So right after the 4th player busted, one of the players at the table decided to bring up ICM. For those who don't know what ICM is, it's just taking your current chips in play and calculating the prize pool, as there's only 3-handed and I have a massive chip lead. And ultimately, we ended up negotiating a deal where I am the winner of the tournament. I take home $230,000. The rest of the other 2 players split the rest of the pot, so around $160,000. And just like that, when you're offered a deal to take down the tournament, and when blinds are really significant and really short, as it's almost anyone's game if someone gets a double up, we're happy to secure the win, lock up a score of over 200,000, and be declared the MSPT main event champion. What an incredible final day and final table. Picked up hands when I needed to, picked up premiums, and just overall happy to close out the dub.
Yeah, nice.
Another card protector.
You want a winning hand?
Fours! I really want to do 4s. The red 4s were the first.
And I will both make some of the cards.
I gotta get this thing.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Thanks, dude.
You got it.
I don't even know what this is. Cheers. Oh, God, we shouldn't cheers.
Man.
Oh, God. It's gonna do.
Nicely done.
Thanks, dude. Hi. Welcome to the outro. Here. Thank you for the sweat, dude. Thanks for the beers.
We got it.
And here we go. Let's unveil this thing. This bad boy comes in the cool little box, and we have a fellow card protector. Not as cool as the Luck Box card protectors, but I will say this is well earned and cool.
Yeah, this one's special.
Yeah, it's great. So I don't know what to say. Really cool to bink another tournament. Not that I expected to, but I'm glad I got the job done. First place seems cool. Trying to figure out how to ship this back home to Boston is a good problem to have. But thanks so much for watching this 3-video series. I'm so happy to capture on the vlog. Thanks for sweating along, everyone that sweated out real time. Phone is blowing up, and more tournament vlogs. If you like tournaments, I'm probably gonna play more for sure. And
cash games too.
cash games with this guy. He's the cash
No, both
game
of
guy.
us.
I'm the tournament guy. You win in cash games. I do not. I don't even know what to say. Thank you so much. The support is surreal. And on to the next bink. Hopefully, we're playing more tournaments along this Vegas trip. And
We're gonna go celebrate at Chipotle.
yes, some good old Chipotle. Bring us back down to earth. But thanks so much for the support. Glad we got it done. And see you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Also, holy shit.
What?
I think we're gonna hit 100K subscribers today.
Oh yeah.
Like real time today, not when this video is posted, but
Today
fucking
is a
today.
good day.
So
Today's
sick.
October
I really
16th.
hope so. It's really close. It's
Damn.
9.98. Today we bind
9.98.
9.98. All right, really close. So that's really cool too. I'll make a special video. I'm sure you guys already see. I have a special surprise, an announcement that I already planned up before this tournament bank. Thanks so much for watching. I'm done rambling. See ya. Peace.